90% of kidney disease patients are eating foods that are secretly pushing them closer to dialysis every single day, and most of them think they are eating healthy. Doctors rarely tell you this, but a plant-based diet could literally reverse your kidney decline, and we have the science to prove it. Here is the shocking part: most so-called healthy foods are actually accelerating your kidney failure. In this video I will reveal exactly what to eat based on your specific condition, whether you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or protein in your urine. Before we dive in, drop your age, your location, and your latest GFR number in the comments below, and I promise I will personally answer every single question. Here's how to slow down kidney damage faster when you also have diabetes, and it all starts with 3 powerful foods that most people completely overlook. If you have both diabetes and chronic kidney disease, your body is fighting 2 battles at the same time. High blood sugar damages the tiny blood vessels inside your kidneys, and over time, this makes your kidneys work harder and harder until they simply cannot keep up. But here is the good news. Certain foods can directly target this problem at the root level, and the first one might already be sitting in your pantry right now. Number 1. Oats. Oats contain a unique soluble fiber called Beta-Glucan. This compound works by forming a thick gel inside your digestive tract, which slows down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. The result is a much gentler rise in blood sugar after meals, which means far less stress on your kidneys over time. Beyond blood sugar, beta-glucan has also been shown to improve your lipid profile by lowering LDL cholesterol, which is critical because kidney disease and heart disease almost always come together. A study published by the American Diabetes Association found that patients who consumed oats regularly experienced a significant reduction in fasting blood glucose and improved insulin sensitivity within just 6 weeks. The best way to prepare oats is to cook them as plain rolled oats with warm water in the morning and avoid any instant oat packages that are loaded with added sugar and sodium. Eat them as your first meal of the day when your body is most sensitive to insulin. Number 2. Tangerine. Most people throw away the most powerful part of the tangerine, and that is the peel. The skin of a tangerine contains a flavonoid called nobiletin, which has been shown in research from the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry to directly improve insulin resistance at the cellular level. Nobiletin activates specific proteins in your cells that help them respond to insulin more effectively, which means your body needs less insulin to manage blood sugar. You can dry the tangerine peel and add a small amount of it grated into warm water or herbal tea. Do this once daily, ideally after your largest meal of the day. Number 3. Okra. Okra contains a very special type of soluble fiber that acts almost like a sponge inside your gut. It physically traps sugar molecules and slows their absorption before they ever reach your bloodstream. A study from the Journal of Pharmacy and Bioallied Sciences showed that okra water, made by soaking sliced okra overnight and drinking it in the morning on an empty stomach, helped reduce blood glucose levels significantly in diabetic patients. Prepare it by slicing 2 to 3 fresh okra pods, soaking them in a glass of water overnight, then drinking that water first thing in the morning before breakfast. Now you have 3 powerful tools to fight diabetes and kidney disease at the same time. But what if you also have high blood pressure on top of everything else? Here is where things get even more interesting. Coming up next, I am going to show you 2 foods that your kidneys are desperately craving right now if your blood pressure is too high, and one of them might genuinely surprise you. How to lower your blood pressure and protect your kidneys at the same time without relying on medication alone, and the answer comes down to 2 remarkable foods that work directly inside your blood vessels. When you have chronic kidney disease and high blood pressure together, you are caught in a dangerous cycle. High blood pressure damages the delicate filtering units inside your kidneys, and as your kidneys weaken, they lose their ability to regulate blood pressure properly. This makes things worse and worse over time. Most people are told to simply take more medication, but what your doctor may not have mentioned is that certain natural foods can directly support this process from the inside out. Let me show you exactly how. Number 4. Beet and spinach. Both beets and spinach are extraordinarily rich in natural nitrates, and this is where the magic begins. When you consume these nitrates, your body converts them into a molecule called nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as a natural signal that tells your blood vessels to relax and open wider. When your blood vessels dilate, your heart does not have to pump as hard, your blood pressure drops, and most importantly, blood flow to your kidneys improves significantly. For kidney patients, better blood flow means better filtration and less damage over time. A landmark study published in the journal Hypertension found that drinking just 1 cup of beetroot juice daily reduced systolic blood pressure by an average of 8 millimeters of mercury within just 24 hours. That is a number comparable to what some blood pressure medications achieve. The best way to consume these two foods together is to blend fresh raw beet with a handful of spinach and a small amount of water into a juice each morning. Drink it about 30 minutes before breakfast so your body can begin producing nitric oxide before your first meal of the day. If juicing is difficult, you can lightly steam the spinach and eat roasted beet as a side dish at lunch. Number 5. Pure cacao. Now this one truly surprises people when they first hear it. Pure cacao, which is very different from sweetened chocolate, contains an incredibly high concentration of flavonoids called flavonols. These compounds work as powerful antioxidants that protect the inner lining of your blood vessels from oxidative stress, which is one of the main reasons blood pressure stays elevated in kidney patients. What makes cacao especially safe for people with kidney disease is that despite being so protective, it does not significantly raise potassium or phosphorus levels the way many other healthy foods do. Research published by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that regular consumption of high flavonol cacao reduced systolic blood pressure by 4.7 millimeters of mercury and diastolic by 2.8 millimeters of mercury in adults with elevated blood pressure. To use this correctly, choose raw cacao powder with no added sugar and no dairy. Add 1 teaspoon to warm water or a plant-based milk each evening after dinner. This also supports better sleep, which itself helps lower blood pressure overnight. So now your blood pressure has 2 powerful allies working for it every single day. But here is something that many kidney patients discover too late. Even with controlled blood sugar and blood pressure, protein can still leak into your urine, and that is a sign your kidneys are still under serious attack. Coming up next, I want to share with you 5 remarkable foods that can actually fight protein in the urine directly, and one of them has been shown in clinical research to reduce protein leakage by as much as 36.7%. You will not want to miss that one. The method that helped thousands of kidney patients keep their protein levels stable, and it comes down to 5 foods that work directly at the filtration level of your kidneys. If you have ever looked at your lab results and seen the word proteinuria, you already know how alarming that feels. Protein is supposed to stay inside your blood, not leak out through your urine. When it does, it means the filters inside your kidneys are damaged and under constant stress. The conventional approach is medication, and while that has its place, there is something equally powerful that happens on your plate every single day. These 5 foods have been studied specifically for their ability to reduce protein leakage and protect those fragile kidney filters from further harm. Let us go through each one carefully. Number 6. Garlic. Garlic is one of the most studied superfoods for kidney protection, and its power comes from a compound called allicin. When you crush or chop fresh garlic, allicin is released and it immediately goes to work lowering blood pressure, fighting inflammation, and binding to heavy metals like lead and mercury that accumulate in damaged kidneys and make things significantly worse. A study from the Journal of Nutrition found that garlic supplementation reduced systolic blood pressure by up to 16 millimeters of mercury in hypertensive patients, which directly reduces the pressure pushing protein through kidney filters. To get the most allicin, crush 1 clove of raw garlic and let it sit for 10 minutes before eating it. You can add it to warm water with lemon each morning on an empty stomach for maximum absorption. Number 7. Turmeric. Turmeric on its own is powerful, but when you combine it with black pepper, something extraordinary happens. Black pepper contains a compound called piperine which increases the bioavailability of curcumin, the active ingredient in turmeric, by up to 2,000% according to research published in Plantamedica. Curcumin directly suppresses inflammatory pathways in kidney tissue and has been shown in multiple clinical trials to reduce urinary protein excretion meaningfully. Add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder with just a small pinch of black pepper to warm water, soup, or a plant-based meal once daily, ideally with your largest meal so the fat in your food helps with absorption even further. Number 8. Ginger. Ginger works through a completely different mechanism. Its active compounds, gingerols and shogales, are among the most potent natural anti-inflammatory agents ever studied. Chronic inflammation is one of the primary drivers of protein leakage in kidney disease, and ginger attacks this problem persistently over time. Beyond inflammation, a meta-analysis published in the journal Complementary Therapies in Medicine confirmed that ginger supplementation produced a significant long-term reduction in fasting blood glucose, which means less sugar damage to your kidney filters day after day. Brew 2 to 3 slices of fresh ginger root in hot water for 10 minutes and drink this as a tea between meals, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. Number 9. Flaxseed. Flax seeds contain a unique combination of omega-3 fatty acids, lignans, and soluble fiber that together create a protective shield around your kidney tissue. What makes flaxseed especially exciting for kidney patients is that research published in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology found that flaxseed consumption was associated with measurable improvements in GFR, which is the number that tells you how well your kidneys are actually filtering your blood. Grind 1 tablespoon of flax seeds fresh each day, because whole seeds pass through your body without being absorbed, and add the ground powder to oatmeal, smoothies, or warm water each morning. Number 10. Cordyceps. This is the one that surprises people the most. Cordyceps is a medicinal mushroom that has been used in traditional Chinese medicine for centuries, and modern science has now validated what practitioners observed long ago. A clinical study conducted in China and published in the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine found that patients with chronic kidney disease who took cordyceps supplement experienced a reduction in urinary protein levels of up to 36.7% over the course of the study. The active compounds called cordycepin and polysaccharides appear to directly reduce oxidative stress inside kidney tissue and restore normal filtration function. You can find cordyceps as a standardized extract in capsule form and take it once daily with a meal, but always consult your doctor before starting any supplement, especially with kidney disease. Now your kidneys have real protection against protein leakage from 5 different angles at the same time. But there is one more problem that quietly affects a very large number of kidney patients, and most of them do not even realize it is happening. It is called anemia, and it develops when your kidneys stop producing enough of the hormone that tells your body to make red blood cells. When that happens, you feel exhausted, dizzy, and short of breath even from simple daily activities. Coming up next, I will show you a specific 3-food combination that delivers a powerful dose of plant-based iron to your body, and the secret is in how you combine them together so your body actually absorbs every bit of it. The smartest way to rebuild your blood when your kidneys can no longer do it alone, and it takes just 3 simple foods eaten together in the right combination. When kidney function declines, your kidneys gradually stop producing enough erythropoietin, the hormone responsible for signaling your bone marrow to create red blood cells. The result is a slow and exhausting form of anemia that leaves you feeling drained no matter how much you rest. Most people reach for iron supplements at this point, but what many do not realize is that plant-based iron is actually easier on the kidneys than animal sources, and when you pair it correctly, your body absorbs it just as powerfully. Number 11. Kale, string beans, and orange. This combination is not random. It is specifically designed around one of the most important principles in nutritional science. Kale and string beans are both excellent sources of non-heme iron, which is the plant-based form of iron. On its own, non-heme iron has a relatively modest absorption rate inside the digestive tract. But when you add vitamin C from a fresh orange into the same meal, something remarkable happens. The vitamin C converts the iron into a form that your intestinal cells can absorb far more efficiently. A study published by the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition confirmed that adding vitamin C to a plant-based iron source increased iron absorption by up to 67% in the same meal. The active compounds here are the iron from chlorophyll-rich vegetables working alongside ascorbic acid from the orange. To prepare this correctly, lightly steam the string beans and kale for no more than 5 minutes to preserve their iron content, then dress them with fresh squeezed orange juice instead of any salt-based dressing. Eat this as your lunch 3 to 4 times per week for consistent results. Now your body has a steady and kidney-friendly strategy to rebuild its red blood cells naturally. But there is one final piece of this puzzle that almost nobody talks about, and it may be silently making every other effort you are making completely less effective. It is called metabolic acidosis, a condition where your kidneys cannot clear enough acid from your blood, and it accelerates kidney decline faster than almost anything else. Coming up next, I will show you 3 alkaline foods that can help neutralize this acid buildup inside your body, and one of them is so potent that it tops every alkalinity chart in nutritional science. If you want to stop acid from slowly destroying what is left of your kidney function, do this every single day starting right now. Most people with chronic kidney disease are focused on their creatinine levels, their GFR, their protein in urine. And those numbers absolutely matter. But there is a silent condition running in the background that accelerates all of those problems at once, and it rarely gets the attention it deserves. Metabolic acidosis happens when your kidneys are too damaged to clear acid from your blood efficiently. That acid then builds up quietly, day after day, and begins breaking down muscle tissue, weakening your bones, and pushing your remaining kidney function into a steeper and faster decline. The good news is that certain alkaline foods can directly help your body neutralize this acid load, and you can start using them today. Number 12. Spinach. Spinach sits at the very top of the alkalinity chart in nutritional science, making it the single most powerful plant-based food for neutralizing excess acid in your blood. Its active compounds include magnesium, potassium in its natural organic form, and a rich concentration of chlorophyll, all of which contribute to raising your body's pH in a gentle and sustained way. The mechanism is straightforward. When your kidneys cannot excrete enough acid on their own, alkaline minerals from food enter your bloodstream and chemically bind to excess hydrogen ions, effectively reducing the acid load your kidneys have to manage. A study published in the Clinical Journal of the American Society of Nephrology found that increasing dietary alkali intake through fruits and vegetables slowed the progression of kidney disease and reduced the rate of GFR decline by nearly 50% compared to patients who did not make dietary changes. To prepare spinach correctly, lightly wilt it in a pan with a small amount of olive oil rather than boiling it, because boiling causes significant mineral loss into the water. Eat it as a warm side dish with your dinner 3 to 4 evenings per week. Number 13. Kale. Kale brings an important advantage that spinach cannot offer on its own. While spinach is the most alkaline food available, it is also relatively higher in potassium, which can be a concern for kidney patients whose potassium levels are already elevated. Kale gives you nearly the same powerful alkalizing effect through its rich magnesium and calcium content while carrying a significantly lower potassium burden per serving. This makes kale the smarter daily option for kidney patients who need to manage both acid levels and potassium at the same time. Research from the Journal of Renal Nutrition confirmed that plant-based diets rich in low-potassium alkaline vegetables like kale produced meaningful reductions in urinary acid excretion markers within 8 weeks. Steam kale lightly and consume it at lunch, alternating with spinach throughout the week so your body benefits from both without overloading on any single mineral. Number 14. Fennel. Fennel is the most underrated vegetable on this entire list. Beyond its gentle alkalizing effect, fennel contains a unique compound called anethole, which has been shown in research published by the European Journal of Pharmacology to carry significant anti-inflammatory and cardioprotective properties. For kidney patients, heart health is not a separate concern, it is directly connected. Over 50% of people with advanced chronic kidney disease develop cardiovascular complications, and fennel directly addresses this overlap by reducing vascular inflammation while simultaneously supporting a more alkaline internal environment. Slice raw fennel thinly and eat it as a fresh salad at lunchtime, or roast it in the oven with a drizzle of olive oil until tender and serve it alongside your main meal in the evening. Here is the most important truth that ties everything in this video together. Every single food discussed today, from oats and okra for blood sugar, to beets and cacao for blood pressure, to garlic and cordyceps for protein in the urine, to kale and fennel for acid balance, all of them share one common thread. They are plant-based, whole, and anti-inflammatory. A plant-based diet is not just one option among many for kidney patients. It is the most evidence-supported dietary approach for slowing and in some cases reversing the progression of chronic kidney disease. And the most powerful thing you can do right now is to begin personalizing this approach based on your own specific conditions. If you have diabetes, start with the foods in Section 1. If blood pressure is your main challenge, focus on Section 2 first. Your kidneys are not beyond help. Every meal is a choice, and every right choice gives your kidneys one more day to recover. You are not alone in this journey. Thousands of people just like you are using these exact foods right now to protect what is left of their kidney function, and many of them are seeing real results in their lab numbers. The most powerful thing you can do today is share this video with one person who is also living with kidney disease, because the right information at the right time can genuinely change someone's life. Leave your GFR number in the comments and tell me how you are doing. Subscribe for more videos like this. See you in the next one. Stay strong.